then he said, what if I've already crossed that bridge? Nigga,
Something like that.
I'm not into
don't
this
throw,
right now.
Don't throw a noggin, yeah?
So hi guys,
Hi guys,
welcome to Lounging with
TK and
Roo. Guys, it's so cold. It's really cold. Like,
not that cold right now
oh, not now, but it's really cold this day.
in the sun.
Yeah, but the sun is warm enough.
Perfecto. Alright, welcome to another episode.
We're so happy. Thank you for loving our video, for liking it, for commenting on it, for subscribing. Thank you. We love you so much.
Alright, we appreciate it. And as always, without further ado, we're going to get into today's video. And as you saw right down there, it's how we met.
Two. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like our video, comment down below, click on the bell to get post notifications. And we got a few messages from people saying that they wanted to know what happened next.
Yeah,
Because we left them hanging.
Yeah, we were obviously going to delve more into the journey, like where from the time we started up to now, and obviously get into the nitty-gritties, the important information, what happened during, how did I quote unquote court her, and all that stuff, and all the ups and downs. Because what we basically want to do is tell our side of the story, so that at least someone can hear something that they will be like, oh my gosh, you know what?
And get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because our
didn't
courtship
believe
was
that would even be possible.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, but it actually is.
Yes.
You know, that type of thing.
Because our courtship was very unconventional. It was so different.
Yeah.
So, where did we finish off? We finished off where we started talking and video calling every single day, and we were so obsessed with video calling each other.
So at this stage, it was all virtual. So we were mostly either texting or video calls or voice calls.
Yeah.
At some times.
I didn't know what he smelled like. I didn't know what he looked like in real life, like in person, and all those things. And I wanted to know those things. So this is what happened when we were talking on WhatsApp and on
This is
video
like
call.
a few weeks later, by the way.
Yeah, we talked for like what, a month, 2 months,
No, a month.
a month.
A month,
Okay.
yeah.
So while we were talking,
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
I don't remember what he said, and then I said to him, "Be careful not to." Oh,
I
he said,
remember.
I told him a joke, and then he laughed. He laughed the joke, and then I said, "Careful not to fall in love with me." And then he said, "What if I've already crossed that bridge?"
Something like that.
I'm not into
Don't
this
throw,
right now.
Don't throw a noggin, yeah?
So I ignored
Yeah.
him for the next couple of days. How long did I ignore you for?
No, it was just 24 hours, I think.
24
or
hours.
48 hours.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
ignored him for like 24 to 48 hours because I didn't know what to say. And then he texted me again and said, "Yo, why are you quiet?"
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to talk to this guy, and then he falls in love with me. Then I don't know how to do. I mean, do you ever do that? That you flirt with
Okay,
someone,
I think you kind of
and
came in.
then the person wants a relationship. And like, what am I supposed to do? So that's what happened.
Okay, so just to give a backstory on that, didn't like this guy. So she was skeptical because of the distance.
Yes, I was
Yes.
very skeptical, but I did like him.
Yes.
So-
that was the only detrimental part of this
Mhm.
whole thing, the distance. It
Exactly.
played a part in how we were thinking, like, am I going to proceed with this? Is this going to be worth it? Or yeah. So you can imagine. So anyway, continue.
Why do you have to tell a story? Okay, whatever.
No, you're
So-
telling your side. I'm going to jump in if need.
Yeah, there's always three sides to a story. His side, her side, and the
Truth.
truth.
Really?
But mine is the truth, so there's only two sides to the story. His side and the truth. Okay? So anyway,
God knows.
so he started talking to me again, and we're like, "Yo, why are you ignoring me?" And I said, oh, nothing. And then he said, can we video call right now? And then I called him. And then he said, well, I wanted to tell you something today.
Is that how it happened?
He said, I like you. And I was like, oh, I like you too.
But
And
I'm
then
saying,
he said,
is it after that hiatus of yours?
yeah, it was. Then he
Really?
said, I like you. Like with capital
Like a double
letters.
like.
And I was like, oh, look, I don't really know you.
I'm not always that corny,
So,
just FYI.
I don't think-
so yeah, don't judge me
You
on
should be
that.
saying such things to me. Really, you are corny, so corny. The romance. Okay, so and then he said, I like you, and I didn't know what to say. And I was like, I don't know you that well. Okay, I
Oh
don't know
my.
you like that, so I'll have to think about it. Maybe I have to see you and then know what I really want.
So, okay, so I think before we delve any deeper, now I'm telling my side and the truth. Okay, so before we even started talking, before you even said hi, I even said hi on Facebook, we were both contemplating because once you saw my profile and so on, you also thought, I'm sure you weren't thinking, okay, this is going to be, him.
Because
And-
we're both at like difficult points in our
Yeah,
life.
I
relationship-wise.
want to emphasize something here.
Okay.
So, just before, literally like a month before,
Mhm.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, but I've been praying, and I've been like, okay, you know what, God, I'm ready. Okay, this wasn't a decision that I was like, you know what, I'm thirsty, or I just need someone to like hang out with, or just someone I can get to know for a bit or have fun with, or any of my desire, or I'm not getting any younger, so let me look for someone. It was nothing like that. I prayed about it. I spoke with my best friend. I spoke with a good friend of mine, another good friend of mine, and we actually prayed about it. Like, before I said hi to her, we had stood in the streets, literally, because we were on our way home from work, and we literally stood in the street, talked about this whole decision, because this was a life-changing decision. This, mind you, this is before I'd even spoken to her.
So basically,
Yeah.
in short, you're saying that you held a prayer session for me. I'm just joking.
Yeah, so I had to pray about it, and that's something that's important to both of us.
Yes, it
that
is.
we
Our
speak
faith
to
is
God.
important.
Yeah, our faith is number one. So I prayed about it, and I was like, you know what? This is what I hear as confirmation that, you know what?
Amen.
Let's proceed. And then I proceeded to speak with her. So then, fast forward to what she was just talking about. So when I did say I like you, this was because I was like, okay, it's now time for that next stage.
Time.
That I didn't ask her out. I've filled out, I've gotten to know her character, I've gotten to know what she's about. Now I need to know what's in here, and get to that next stage where I show her that I'm serious about this. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here for games. I'm not here for games, ne? So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the reason why that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
I also
and then she did what she
had a
did,
prayer.
and then
I wrote a letter to God, and
Yeah.
I wrote all the things that I wanted in a husband, and I got that a few months later. So prayer is very important.
yeah.
Like really leaning
And this is
on your faith.
exactly, because it's about how seriously you take it. If you're only going to pray when it means something at
Yeah.
that moment, then I don't know. It's like going to your dad, where you haven't spoken with him for a long time, and then you go to him and you're like, yo, dad, yo, pops, what up? Yo, can you hook me up with A, B, C, and D? Yeah. But anyway, fast forward.
Fast forward, he told me that he liked me, and
Yeah.
he wanted to be in a relationship with. Oh, some people are racing. So we continued to talk, okay? Because he liked me, and I said that a lot.
Yeah, it's like you have a point to prove that I am
No.
the one who liked you.
Yes, you did.
Before you liked me.
Yeah, and isn't it nice to know feminine who out there? I mean, people don't like it.
Carry on.
So, anyway, my brother was getting married. I think I was graduating, and then during my graduation, you were there virtually. I remember. Like,
yeah, and
I actually,
during this whole time, people were seeing me on video calls
were
at
like, are you
work.
sure about this? Are you
and,
sure about this?
yeah,
Are you sure? Okay.
there was a lot of that.
Why am I speaking that voice?
I have
But
no idea.
funny thing is, when people criticize, I mean, to me, it sounds like that. I don't know why.
Hey, continue.
Anyway, so my brother was getting married in Harare. That's the capital city of Zimbabwe, our home country. So his hometown, but not my hometown. My hometown is Bulawayo. Anyway, that's not the point. He was getting married in Harare. I was one of the bridesmaids. So I told him and I said, okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to speak to you on a regular basis, simply because I'm going to Harare and I'm going to be very busy because I have to run around for my brother's wedding and, you know, help in the organizing. And guess what he did? He just looked at me and said, okay, I'm coming to see you. And I was like, really? Like, I'm going to fly over and see you because I want to meet you. My family's in Harare. I think I'll just hit two birds with one stone and I'll see you and I'll see them. Is that okay with you?
So, on the flip side of that, what I actually knew beforehand, and it just so happened, there was some family stuff I had to take care of back home.
Mm-hmm.
And see, look at God. Look at God. So I had the family stuff I had to take care of in the same month as I was like, you know what, because I want to take this to the next level, I need to see her. How can I see her? And look at God, you know? So I told her, yo, I'm going to be in Harare specifically, in December, and I'm going to come see you. At first, she didn't believe me. I was like, okay.
So as days went by, you sent pictures of his ticket, him packing his suitcase.
I showed her my suitcase or whatever, and then when she saw my ticket, that's when she was like, okay, this dude is serious. He's actually coming. Anyway, fast forward, boom, 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 dropped off, airport, blah, blah, zim, landed. Yeah, that's what happened.
Are you a bullet? I'm like a bullet.
Yeah, so I landed in Zim. First thing that happened.
Baby. Not baby.
My sister picked me up. My sisters actually picked me up. Went to go take care of the family business first. So now in my heart, in my mind, I'm like, okay, guys, can we like? It's taking long, you know. Not that I wasn't happy to see them. I definitely was, because it had been a while since I'd seen my family, you know. But the fellas, you know, the anxiety, the excitement that comes with, you know, meeting someone new. And this just so happened to be, you know, a virtual relationship that was now on the verge of turning into us seeing each other for the first time. Anyway, fast forward, I'm anxious, the day goes by. This is like 3-ish, 4-ish, right? When we were finally done with my sisters. And we're like, yo, let's go to this place. And then, boom, that's where the wedding was. And your day, how was your day going?
Okay, so I go to Harare and I tell my brother, I tell my sisters, and I'm like, guys, I'm meeting this guy, he's coming to see me. And everyone is like, come on, boy. I'm a diaspora. They were not sure, you know. So I go to, we continue talking, we continue speaking, and he tells me that he's coming. We go to the wedding. I remember telling even the bridesmaids that I was so nervous the whole time. I was. Guys, I couldn't even eat. I couldn't eat because he said, I'm going to come and see you later on in the day when I'm done with the business. And I said, okay, cool. I couldn't eat. So to Tafara and Rashi, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I didn't eat your wedding food because I couldn't even digest it. That's how nervous I was. So around 4 o'clock, he sends me a message Tisha, which I told Kupi by the way, and I told him where the wedding was. I was so
And it just
I
so
was
happened this is where
freaking out.
my brother actually
Got
wedded
married.
as well. Yeah. So when she mentioned it, I was like, wait a minute, it's the same place that he got married a couple of years back. It was like 3 years back, if I'm not mistaken. 3 years before that day.
That day.
Yeah.
I
and
was
I was like, oh yeah, I know that place. And
shaking.
zoom,
So
we
now
get there.
he tells me I'm in the parking lot, and then you know Zimbabwean weddings, you know my dances and this and all that. I actually missed a dance when I was going to see you. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, the bride wasn't very happy. But anyway, I went to see him outside. Now, to add on to my current situation, which was nerve-wracking, he decided to bring his sisters. Everyone knows that meeting someone's family for the first time is nerve-wracking. Worse, meeting his sisters. These are the women in his life. These women are going to look at you and analyze you to know if you're good enough for their brother or for that man in their life. So imagine, I'm walking out of the wedding and I'm telling myself I'm just going to see TK. And then TK is with two women who look exactly like him. So I woke up there and I'm like, hi. And you know me, I'm so talkative, but I wasn't talkative on that day.
Yes, you were.
I wasn't.
She actually was, because my sister actually said it. She was like,
Really? Was
okay, now secrets are being revealed. Okay, so
I was. What did you say? Maybe I was too nervous. Cause I
you
got
were, because you were blab. Okay,
Did I
no
really
offense,
blabber?
it wasn't blabbering as such, but you were just you were nervous, and they could tell. But anyway, the good thing is,
How could you bring
they
your
liked-
sisters?
No, the thing is, I was staying at my sister's
Why
place.
couldn't you just get out of the car and just walk to me?
I did that.
So-
I was like a distance away
No,
from
you were
them.
not. You
I
made
was.
sure.
I was literally like probably 100 meters from where
So
my,
you
my
ambushed
sisters
me?
were parked.
So you ambushed me and came with these sisters. But guess what? They are the most amazing sisters-in-law. I love them so much. I'm the luckiest woman in the world because I've got the best
Yeah.
in-laws.
Thanks, guys.
But
You
that
helped the
day,
situation.
guys, that was hard. Why did you do that though? But anyway,
No, but there was no choice though. But anyway, yeah. So just to go past that day.
so I see him
Yeah.
and we just start laughing.
Yeah. So the first encounter, I see her coming from there, and she was nervous. She's walking up, and she's like,
And he looks at me and goes, and we start laughing. We were like so hysterical and it was weird. And then he was like, "Hi, you're so beautiful." And okay, is this forward? But before I left, because he had to go back, I kissed him. I just said bye. Then I just gave him a kiss and I said, I'll see you. So he called me the next day and said, I would like to spend some time with you. I want to take you out on a date, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, after the wedding, I'm going to have a wedding party and then we can go on a date tomorrow. So you know African relatives, sometimes they just come into the picture when you don't expect it. I'm packing my stuff and I'm telling myself I'm going back to my brother's place and then I'll have more freedom away from my aunts and the elderly ladies of the family. And then I get to see this guy over here. And then my aunt is like, hey, Pascal, you want to go back without seeing us? So you have to go with us to another town. A town like maybe 30 minutes away from Harare.
no, it's more than 30. It's like 45 to an hour.
To an hour, yeah,
Yeah.
away from Harare.
Yeah.
So come to our place, and you're not only coming for one night, for a couple of nights. And I wanted to see him, and I couldn't tell her why I couldn't go. Then I was like, TK, I'm sorry, I have to go and see my aunt and uncle. I have no choice.
I
So
remember.
I went there for 2 nights, and then on the second night, I gave an excuse and I said, you know what, I've got stuff that I need to do back in Harare, blah, blah, blah. I lied. I'm sure the ladies can relate. We have done that before. So my brother says, I'm coming to pick you up. My brother knew that I wanted to see TK, so he was delaying on purpose because he wanted to see how patient TK could be. He took his time.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. So not only did my family know about her, her family, as in her siblings,
Yeah.
knew about me. So that's also another important thing, that we had accountability.
Yes,
we had
we did.
people that knew about what we were pushing towards. So we
Yeah.
didn't have any secrecy about what
We
we were
didn't
aiming.
lie.
Yeah, what we were
Yeah.
aiming to do. Obviously, with the older guys,
Yeah,
like in your
yeah,
case,
yeah, yeah.
it was a bit, because
Tricky.
they no offense, but sometimes it can be a bit old-fashioned when it comes to this.
And conservative.
Yeah, and especially with our situation, it was so unconventional. Yeah, you see? So obviously it would be
I
a
know.
bit tricky.
So
Yeah.
my brother picks me up and drives me back to Harare, and I told him I'm supposed to go on a date. So he says, I'm going to drop you off to the date. I'm going to go and drop you off. So TK was waiting for me, and my brother goes and drops me off. Parks right next
Right next to where I'm
TK.
parked.
It doesn't greet TK.
Yeah. Imagine you're sitting there and you see the car coming, because I was actually on a call with
Yeah.
you, and you were asking where I'm parked.
Mm.
So I'm like, I'm parked by blah 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 this place, and then they come and he parks like a few feet away from me. Imagine.
And he says,
And then
"Ah."
I come out of the car, I stand outside, and it had been raining that day.
It was raining, yeah.
Yeah, so I stand outside the car because I'm thinking, I'm going to meet her brother. So I'm like, like everything, I'm nervous. I'm like, oh, what am I going to say to him? I don't know. Like, yeah, so it was
I was
weird.
surprised. My brother didn't even get out of the
Yeah.
car. He just did this. Oh, that's the guy. No, okay, not bad. And then he just waved. And then he said, he looked at me and said, if he does anything to you, you call me. If he does anything to you, you call me. There you go. This is money for taxi, just in case.
Just in case I dump her.
Yeah, he dumps you in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, oh, okay, he's not gonna do that. He's like, call me. And he was
But
doing this in front of him.
Thanos, shout out, man. I appreciate. Like, that's. I'm worse with my sisters. They'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'm like guarded when it comes to my
I
sisters.
know.
So
So we went on a date, and guess what? He was so amazing during the date. He took me out for dinner. He was just so amazing on the date. And the best thing is he didn't try to like go to second base or try to touch me or do anything funny. He was so respectful. He was in his space and I was in my space, and I really loved the respect. So our date was more about getting to know each other and to really see that we had the same chemistry in person, the same chemistry that we had virtually. And we actually had that, and we had a blast. And to top it off, he gave me a gift.
oh, I'd forgotten about that. Snap. Yes. So.
And the gifts were wrapped beautifully. That was so amazing.
Yeah. So I went to a.
You've got game, what?
What a.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I actually went to a jeweler and I got a set of like infinity jewelry.
Necklace.
So it was a
Bracelet.
necklace, a bracelet, and a ring.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so I gave her the gift after the date,
Yeah,
and yeah, she couldn't believe it.
I know.
But then I was like, but that's how, like, if you're coming into a new thing, you always have to bear gifts.
I know.
Whether it's a business meeting or a meeting with older people.
or it's a guest, preacher,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's supposed
It
to
has to have a gift. So
Yeah.
that was like my opener.
I know, and I wore the ring and the necklace a lot, and I kept the bracelet for our daughter one day, tell her that I got this from your dad. But that was an amazing day. It
Yeah.
was-
So we are going to continue this another time. So we just wanted to highlight how we met. Second part, like in person now.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go deeper, hopefully, into like how it was after that. Like the whole courtship leading up to the lobola.
and the long distance.
Yeah,
handling.
after that as well, because
Yeah.
it's all rosy now. We're in bliss because we can see each other
Yeah.
and we've talked to each other. We've kind
Oh,
of
and
fulfilled
I said
that.
yes. I said yes to him.
Yeah. Oh, that like that she mentioned before. She
Yeah.
hadn't said she liked me back.
Oh,
Can you imagine?
He said I love you for the first time.
Oh
on
my
stage.
gosh,
Yes,
no.
You did. You did.
No.
He said I love you. And I was like, what did you say? I love you. And I was like, thank you. So yeah.
See, as a man, you have to practice your game, okay? You have to lay it out and let her know. It only makes sense, okay?
And
It is what it is.
exactly. And I think our date was so special because we really did care about each other and we're in it for the right reasons and we knew what we wanted. I was at a stage where I knew what I wanted in a man.
Oh yeah, and I told her on that date that I'm going to marry you.
And I was like, this
Yeah.
guy is Nancy. This is what he said. Au corona. In fact, the chat corona. I was like, really? This guy is crazy. And he said, okay, believe it or not. And he said it more than once. And I just thought this was a relationship that wasn't going to last because it's going to go back to Cape Town and forget about me. But guys, we're going to continue this. because
Yeah.
We've got so much to share with you. But remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you've got anything to say, if you've ever been in a long distance relationship, or if you met someone virtually, where did it go? We would love to know that.
Yeah, and please share this because what we're aiming to do is kind of show our side of things, and hopefully someone who's in a similar situation or who then eventually goes into a similar situation will be like, oh, you know what, this worked for someone else, and what did they use to get there? Because the important thing is it shouldn't be about just your desire. It shouldn't be about want. It shouldn't be about using someone. It shouldn't be about just a selfish reason or a short-term thing. Because for us, we were serious from the beginning. Before, like I said, before I even started talking to her, I knew what I wanted from this relationship. So that's I think the takeaway from it, that at the end of the day, it's about your intent. Because you can't say then that, nah, virtual relationships don't work, long distance doesn't work, unless you put in the work. And this is something we're going to talk about even later on as well.
Yeah.
Because we experienced that, because it wasn't easy. Like,
That's
it
so
wasn't
true.
easy at all. We had to work at it. We had to put in the work.
A lot of work. And I think what made me so attracted to him is the fact that he knew what he wanted and he knows what he wants. And that to women is so attractive. We love men who know what they want. And when he was so assertive and said, I'm going to marry you, it's like you saw 5, 10, 20 years ahead. He just knew what he wanted. And a man with a plan is a man that I want to be with for the rest of my life. Which was, I guess that's what made me want to be with you. Not the only thing, but it really played a big part.
Hell, Larry! Okay,
Anyway,
guys, we'll see you in
the
the
sun
next
is
one.
gone.
Thanks. We're gonna watch the last of the sunrise.
Yeah, sunset, babe.
Ah, flipping, what am I saying? Alright, thanks guys for watching. Remember, subscribe, like, share, comment, give us feedback. Thanks for the support. We'll see you next time.
We love you.
Peace.
Mwah.